happened to Natalie.
Hello, you
Over
guys.
the
Aw.
years, Natalie's mom, Beth, she founded the International Safe Travels Foundation, which is a nonprofit which helps to educate and inform the public to help them travel more safely as they travel internationally. And on June 8th, 2010, the Natalie Holloway Resource Center, which aids families of missing people, opened in Washington, D.C. That's nice. Still sucks. It's like hard to be positive. It's like, yeah, that's nice, but at the end of the day, like, in April of 2006, Natalie's dad, Dave, he published a book about his search for his daughter. There is so much more. There's a lot. There's a lot with that one because they were trying to make a TV series out of Dave's book and searching for his daughter, but it just went like south. It was really bad, and it didn't end well. They still haven't found her, but I'm just gonna gloss over that because there's just a lot. It gets real confusing. I mean, this story just never ends, though. Yuan would be getting out of jail in 2038, and then that's when he'll be sent to the U.S. to face his extortion trial. So in 2038, we'll be seeing her name again. That's so sad. He just doesn't want closure. It's like they can't freaking get it. In 2016, Yoan, I guess he confessed again. I know, it's exhausting. I'm telling you, there's a ton of confessions this man made. He said that, like, he takes responsibility for what he did, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I don't know. It just means nothing, you know? It just means nothing at this point. I think all they want to know is, like, at this point, like, where are her remains? Because it's like, we don't even want a fucking confession out of you anymore. We had enough. We had enough of your blabbing. Don't want it anymore. That's really where the story stays. What happened to Natalie? We may never freaking know the truth. I mean, I don't know. You know what? It's cool. I'm not really known for my hair looks, so that's less pressure. Anyways, so what happened to Natalie? We may freaking never know. Who knows? Unless, what's his name? Yohan wants to confess again. He's given so many confessions that no one believes him at this point. Like the boy who cried wolf. He needs to actually like prove it with something, but who knows if he ever will. I don't know. I just hope that Natalie's family, hopefully they get justice, find closure and peace, and are just still able to move forward. And it's just so sad. Because it's like, what happened? With no answers? Gosh, that just leaves like such a hole in your heart, you know? I think I'm just gonna put it back. I look like I dream a genie for real. Anywho, yeah, so that's the light version of the Natalie Holloway story. I would highly suggest if you're more interested into knowing more about it. Actually, I don't know where you could look because we found information all over the place. But it's just kind of like, this is just a live version. There's so many different confessions and people who come forward saying that they saw her, who didn't, but they were all dead ends. It's like, who dropped the ball on this one? Police? I don't know. Doesn't someone know something? Doesn't someone want to talk? I don't know. I don't know with this one. I don't know. Maybe one day find out what happened. But for now, that's where it's at, sadly. I just hope I hope Natalie's family is able to, has been moving forward and doing their best, you know? So I would like to hear your guys' thoughts down below. I think for the most part, Yoan is like, he's got to be involved somehow. It's just a matter of what happens.
I'm a transgender woman, and my dream was always to be loved and be accepted.
Ask your healthcare.
Hey Bozo, how are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. My name is Bailey Sarian, and today is Monday, which means it's Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Monday. I'm out of breath. I should really work out. If you're new here, hi. How's it going? My name is Bailey Sarian, and on Mondays I sit down and talk about true crime story that's been heavy on my noggin, and I do my makeup at the same time. If you're interested in true crime and you like makeup, I would highly suggest you hit that subscribe button because I'm here for you on Mondays. With that being said, I'm gonna just, because it's been a while since I've said this, I think. lot of new subscribers. Hi, thank you for subscribing. Nice to meet you. I've been doing this thing kind of, where it's like I upload 3 videos and then I skip the 4th. Upload 3 videos, skip the 4th. I just find that like this skipping the 4th just kind of like it's a balance in it all. And so if I don't upload one week, most likely it's because it's my skip week. Talking about murder, researching murder, talking about dark history, talking about everything dark all the time. It can be very draining. So I like to make sure to give myself a break and do anything but murder. Well, not that I'm doing murder, but you get it. Yeah, not doing it. Just reading, watching, everything. So if I don't upload, most likely that's where it's just my off week. I love doing murder mystery makeup. I don't want to get burnt out, so I just do it, just to prevent burnout, because it's real. Okay, hi. Before we jump into today's story, we do have a sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Casetify. Thank you, Casetify, for partnering with me on today's video. Casetify carries a huge variety of phone case colors and designs to fit your every mood. Choose from their selection of curated prints, or even personalize a case with your favorite font and design layout for a truly custom case. Casetify's Impact and Ultra Impact cases are made of 65% recycled and plant-based materials. Plus, they are 100% BPA-free, 100% non-toxic, and non-hazardous. Great. You kind of want that on. That would be nice. That would be great. Didn't think about that for phone cases, but great. Casetify's Chi-Tech 2.0 technology offers drop protection of up to 9.8 feet for the Ultra Impact case. So if you drop that bad boy, when you drop it, not even drop it, you're like, no, and you're just watching and there's no way it's going to make it. There's no way. Casetify, their Ultra Impact case, is going to survive. Let me tell you, I was washing my car the other day at one of those car wash places, and why did I have my phone on me? I don't know. Because I'm addicted. Like, threw my phone, and it just went flying, and it hit the hard cement, and I was like, there's no way it didn't break. There's no way. It didn't. I love my cow case. Moo. Yes. Anyhow, Casetify cases always make awesome gifts for family and friends, and this is your official reminder that the holidays are literally right around the corner. They're pretty much here. So don't be that person who waits until the night before your family holiday dinner to get everyone gifts. It happens. Make sure and get them something ahead of time. Get them a Casetify case this year. Everyone needs a phone case. And Casetify has so many different colors, styles, and designs. And if you're going to treat yourself or maybe someone else the new iPhone 13 this year, you definitely need a case for that bad boy. Do people gift phones? I think it's a rich people thing. Yeah. But you know what drives me nuts? When you see somebody doesn't have a phone case on, like they're just raw dogging it, their phone. I think I'm using that term correctly, raw dogging it, no case, and you're like, dude, you are wild. You are out of control. That is someone you have to be wary of because that's dangerous. Anywho, if this sounds like your cup of tea, head on over to Casetify.com/BaileySarian today and get 15% off your new iPhone 13 case. That's Casetify.com/BaileySarian for 15% off. A big thank you to Casetify for partnering with me on today's video, but most of all, big thank you to you guys. Because without you, I wouldn't be here. I appreciate you. Anyhow, so if you're ever curious to know what I'm using, I'm going to list it down in the description box for you. But other than that, let's get into today's story. Today's story, let me tell you, it has been described as one of Los Angeles' most gruesome crime scenes in history. It's often compared to the Black Dahlia murder in terms of level of gore. That's what we're getting into today. Blake Leibel. Yeah, he was born on May 8th, 1981 in Canada. And he was just a normal guy, right? Always friendly. People liked him. But I think it's safe to say that he had a very privileged upbringing. His dad, his name was Lorne. He's a prominent Toronto real estate mogul. So Blake's father, had developed thousands of homes with his father and brother. So grandfather and uncle to Blake. Anyways, so it made the family pretty well off, you could say. They were doing pretty damn well for themselves. Anyhow, so his mother, Blake's mother, she was not a nobody, you could say. Blake's mother, her name was Eleanor. She was an heiress of a major plastics production company in Canada. Yeah, but this company they made all kinds of like different plastic products. And her dad, Blake's grandfather, he owned a bunch of patents. So we're talking about like rich, 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 super rich. Remember we did that other story about the lady whose father owned plastics? The incest one, remember? LOL. Wow. Now here we are again, more plastic. It does something to you. Blake, he also had an older brother. His name was Cody. So with parents like that, you know, very successful parents, this is an assumption here, but they probably felt like they had to do something big and important with their lives. I don't know. I don't know though, so don't quote me. So unfortunately, Blake's parents, mom and dad, they couldn't make the marriage work, so they ended up splitting up, right? But they also decided to split up the boys, which is weird. I guess like not only are you not living with both of your parents anymore, but now your brother is gone or your dad because you're just never gonna see them again because they didn't like switch it around. So the two boys, they were only a year apart, so it's like they had a pretty close relationship, but one went with the dad and one went with the mom. And that was that. So the boys, they ended up growing up completely apart once their parents had split. Cody went and lived with his dad, and Blake went to go live with his mom. And it was pretty safe to say that they did well. You know, it wasn't like hard times. They were both still growing up in their life of privilege and luxury and all that stuff, you know. I guess it was said that Blake was feeling some sort of way because he was jealous that his brother got to hang out more with the father, and his father seemed to favor him a lot more. I mean, how could you not think that when you're a kid and you don't get to see your dad? I mean, probably true, no offense, I don't know. So it just seemed like he had some like very deep jealousy issues, but we'll circle back to that. So the boys grow up, and then they both end up moving to Los Angeles, California. Cody decided to follow in his father's footsteps, and he became a real estate developer. And he would be working on multi-million dollar projects. He was also a founder of a record company that didn't last long, but he tried. You know, he tried. And Cody was also in business with a major restaurant and nightclub owner. So, I mean, he always kind of like seemed to find something to do. They all did. Cody also had some more interesting claims to fame. Kind of was like a big man on campus in the Hollywood scene. He definitely liked to be out in the public eye and like rub elbows with the famous people. Cody was also known for the super secret poker ring that he was in, which is not so much a secret if it's like part of your identity, but you know. Did you ever read the book Molly's Game? Or watch the movie? It's really good. You should watch it. Or read it, whatever you prefer. Molly's Game. Okay? Cody was supposedly part of that poker ring and played with big celebrities like Tobey Maguire, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon. I guess Cody was in on that. And he was also known for honestly being really bad, like not winning any games. I guess rumor has it, who knows? But rumor has it that there was one time where he lost over $1 million in just one game. I know, fuck us. Get it. Oh my god, I look so old. Okay, cool. So Blake, he was like stereotypical trust fund kid. Okay, he joined in with his older brother in the high stakes celebrity poker game. But in terms of his career goals, Blake pursued more of the creative arts, an artist. After attending the University of Western Ontario in 2004, Blake joined a bunch of his college buddies who had moved out to Los Angeles. So Blake really wanted to direct movies, and he definitely had the money to help pave the way for him, you know? Nothing's stopping him. Great. Blake was also known amongst his friends to be like, he had really cool ideas, but he never was able to execute these ideas. You know, like he was just full of ideas, but never went anywhere with it. It didn't matter how much money you threw at it. Just, I don't know. He wasn't reliable, I guess we could say. A lot of people thought Blake was like this genius, but others felt like he was maybe just a really smooth talker, and he was just trying to suck you in to like some grand scheme that just never paid off. Finally, Blake was able to use his money to get like in the door a little bit, okay? Blake ended up directing a low budget film called Bald. Yeah, Bald. It got 2.6 stars on IMDb, so that's better than no stars.
If you want to look like a rock star, I'm going to show you how in a few simple steps. I love these because they feel super comfortable. Oh my god. It is gorgeous. Grab whatever liner you have if you want to make this even bolder lip.
So he directs that movie. And after he directed that movie, he went on to work on an animated series with Mel Brooks. Now, I had no idea that they turned Spaceballs into an animated TV show. Did you? I didn't. When did they do that? I forgot to look that up. But I didn't know that, and they did. And Blake worked it on it. Well, he directed and consulted on it. And Blake also did some screenwriting. But one thing that he was kind of successful at was writing graphic novels. That's where he's pretty good. He's pretty good. So he was pretty successful at writing graphic novels. So if you don't know what a graphic novel is, because I really didn't know what a graphic novel was, a graphic novel is kind of like a more intense comic book, you know? So the story is told through art, like a comic book, but it's usually longer with more complicated and in-depth storylines, I guess. Blake's most successful project was a graphic novel titled Syndrome. Yes, Syndrome was originally published in 2010. And it's about a neuropathologist who was hell-bent on figuring out what is the root of all evil. So he experiments on serial killers and hopes to try and find a cure for the evilness that is inside of them, no matter what it costs him. And the scientist, he never seems to find the cure. And Blake ends the book by saying, quote, "In the end, we all become monsters," end quote. Which is so freaking creepy when you know where this goes. Now, the story in the graphic novel is also pretty freaking violent, okay? And the images that help tell the story are very disturbing. I mean, for example, like the cover of the book is a photoshopped picture of a baby doll head with most of the brain and skull removed. No, the skull's removed and the brain is exposed. So right off the